Hey, how's it going YouTube? It's TAG97 again. I hope all of you are doing very great today. We're going over the Glock 23 40 Smith & Wesson Gen 3. And of course, if you've been subscribed or you've been to this channel before, you already know that I have Instagram. It's down below in the description. Make sure you go down to links. Find the link that says TAG97. Click that. Go straight to my Instagram. Hit that follow button and get anything that's exclusively happening on my Instagram, my personal life, or anything else. And you can also personally message me if you have any questions. Now, I also want to thank my viewers, subscribers, and of course my Patreon donors, because you're always welcome. And don't forget, Patreon donors, that every week there is an update of a video or picture about what is going to be happening this week, so you get a little sneak peek. So a little taste of the action behind the scenes a little bit. Also, I want to thank Skip from Amateur Tactical Solutions. His Instagram will be down below as well. He donated the ammo for today's video. Some of it I did pay for, but most of it he donated to the channel to help because of the ordeal with the coronavirus and how everything is really hard to get to. And I want to thank the lender of today's firearm. His name will not be mentioned because he wants to remain anonymous, and that's totally respected by me. So let's get started with those specifications. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's go over the educational part of the video, or the specifications. Now, I will say this as a quick little thing, that there's an easy way to find out if this is a Gen 4 or a Gen 5 or Gen 3, like this is. So, easy way to find out is the stippling on the grip, as you can clearly see, is different. And also, if you look in front of the firearm, I don't recommend you stick this in your face, but as you can see, it's a different size compared to a Gen 4. It's a smaller little hole, and you can definitely see that spring that is definitely smaller. Alright, so let's get right into it. So the overall length of this firearm is going to be leaving you at 7.36 inches, and that barrel is going to be leaving you at 4.02 inches. So with that being said, it's a very compact handgun. It's very easy to conceal carry, and just overall very close to the Glock 19, as you saw. Because there's people that will mistake this as the Glock 19. I don't blame them, because when I first saw this, I was like, oh, that's a Glock 19. And then I got closer and I was like, oh, that's a 40. But it's very common to make that mistake unless you can see it far out. I sometimes have to wear glasses because I actually am somewhat blind seeing up close. So with that being said, let's get into more details. Alright, so let's talk about the magazines, the ammo, and the grain to use with this firearm. Now I'm going to show you that the weapon is clear, obviously, and I'm going to put this to the side. And let's talk about the magazines real quick. So you get two 13-round magazines. Now there are other options, of course, that you can get for the 40 Smith & Wesson version of this Glock, or the Glock 23. Now you have a 14, 15, 16, and even 22 option. But I would not recommend getting a 20-round magazine unless you're just mag dumping and, of course, having fun at the range. But keep in mind, with each capacity increase, your magazine is going to slightly go down and down from that handle or grip. So I'm going to put the magazine to the side, and let's talk about the ammo that I use for today's video. So today's video we use Hornady round, and I'll show you real quick a picture. So today we used 175 grain full metal jackets from Hornady. Very recommended, by the way. And because we're talking about the ammunition, let's talk about the grainage to use and what's the best in my personal perspective and some experts out there. So there's 165 grain, 175 grain, and 180 grain. Those are best for performance and accuracy. Now for target practice and just having fun, or just mag dumping, or whatever is available to you in an emergency, you just need to pick up whatever you have. That's fine. It doesn't really matter if it's steel, brass. Long as it's good ammo, that's all that should matter. For target practice, you could shoot the cheapest stuff out there if you want to. That is totally up to you. But I always recommend the best for the bang for your buck. And if you're going to be concealed carrying, always keep the best ammo for sure. I wouldn't want to go cheap. There's also options with the Glock 23 that you can get a Glock 19 barrel, or a special conversion kit that comes with that you can put that barrel in there and convert it to a 9mm. Now I hear kind of iffy things about it, so I'm not going to go in detail. I also do not have that barrel, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. But it is an option you can do, and you can use standard Glock 19 and Glock 17 mags with that conversion kit. Okay, so let's cover my favorite part of specifications, the trigger poundage test. Now for today, we did not use the trigger measuring tool to find out what exact poundage it is, because most Glocks are always about the same across the board, no matter what generation. So I'm going to show you that the weapon is clear, no magazine inside, and there's nothing inside the chamber. So here we go. Rough estimate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do it one more time. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it's roughly the same with the trigger pull that I just did. Now keep in mind, I'm not a measuring tool that can give you exact estimate on what it is. I'm just showing you that it is possible that you can find out yourself this rough estimating. So let's talk about that weight, because there's always people who talk about the slide and the polymer frame. It's too heavy, it's too light. Well, whatever your personal preference is, it's fine. It's perfectly balanced in my opinion. So with nothing inside the magazine housing and nothing inside the chamber, this is going to be leaving you at 21.16 ounces, and a conversion to pounds is going to be 1.32 pounds. So it's not heavy and it's not light, but it's definitely good for concealed carry, and you need weight on you, let's be honest. You don't want something that's weighing like less than a pound. It would be like bouncing everywhere. You need a little bit of weight to keep you down on earth, right? So anyway, let's talk about the MSRP, because that's everyone's least favorite subject. Now, I will say, because this is a Gen 3 and there's many generations out there, there's already a 5 already. So if you're paying more than the retail price, which is $499, I recommend you go somewhere else, because there's people that are trying to take advantage of others and paying more and charging you more for an older generation of a Glock. It shouldn't be happening, but it does. So Gen 3s of this caliber across the board, they should all be roughly the same, because Glock normally charges about the same, $20 lower or higher, depends on what caliber you're getting. But if you're paying more than $499 before taxes for the Glock 23 Gen 3, I recommend you go somewhere else or just upgrade to a higher gen, because you're getting ripped off at that point. Now, if they offer you holsters and magazines with that purchase for free while buying it, then go ahead and take it. Take advantage of that offer. I would recommend it. But you should not be overpaying for this product. Okay, so let's talk about the overall feeling of this product now, since I'm done with the specifications. So what I mean by the overall feeling, the negative and the positive about this firearm. Now, I will keep in mind that I'm always honest about my reviews. I'm never prejudiced or biased towards a product, regardless of name, brand, or not. So yes, I do love and I favor Glocks very, very much, but I'm going to be honest. So number one, with Glocks, I have an issue with the stock right out of the box is the trigger pull. So it's a little bit heavier for my taste. I always recommend people buying a lighter trigger or upgrading or tweaking it professionally. Hopefully you do it with a gunsmith and not yourself, but if you can do it and it's safe and reliable, then go ahead, but I don't recommend that. So I would want a lighter trigger, like I said, between 3 and 5 pounds, not 5 and above. Another thing, 40 cal has skyrocketed since we're going through the coronavirus and this pandemic that's infecting the entire world, with all of the high prices of ammo going up. So it used to cost about 15 to 20 bucks for a box of 50 rounds of 40 cal, but it has skyrocketed all the way up to basically $1 a round, which blows my mind. So 40 cal has become one of the most expensive rounds that I've seen out there. I might as well be buying a 50 cal at this point, right? So 40 cal has never been my favorite caliber anyway, but now for sure I will not be purchasing any more because of how expensive ammo is getting. So let's talk about the things I really love and adore about Glock and this particular Glock in general. So number one, I'm a big fan of Gen 3s. I just love them. I love the stippling. I love that there's so many different ways you can customize it, because there's so many aftermarket pieces that you could do to this firearm. Or you could just keep it simple and just get an extended mag, or just keep it simple the way it is. That's totally up to you as a shooter and the owner of this firearm. Another thing is Glock's very accurate. It's very easy to conceal carry, and of course my favorite color is black for firearms. Other than that, there's nothing I don't love about Glock, and their firearms have never failed me. Very, 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 very rare do they ever fail and jam, and most time it was either a magazine issue or the ammo type that I was shooting. Let's get into everyone's favorite part of the video, the shooting compilation. Now, if you did skip this part, I always recommend you go back to learn the specifications if you're ever interested in buying this firearm. If not, no worries. Just make sure you like and, of course, subscribe because it's always highly appreciated. Trust me, it is. Big number of subscribers this week as well, and I love and appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea because I always love getting a notification saying you guys subscribe. Really, it makes me so happy and puts a big smile on my face. But I want to say something. If this is your first time here, sorry it's a little emotional, but there's a reason why I dressed the way I did for the shooting compilation. So a little disclaimer. One of my very close buddies, brother, and service member friend that I served with passed away before his video was made. So he asked me to do a John Wick based theme Glock shooting review video for him as like a shooting compilation where I would dress as John Wick and pretend to be Keanu Reeves and shoot like this, how they do in the movies. He asked me to do it because he's a big fan of John Wick and he's saying, hey, TAG97, can you do this for me? I'd really appreciate it. So as a fan request and as a brother, I did this video specifically just for him. Now, I'm not John Wick. I'm not the best shooter when it comes to doing this and that. I did the best I could, but I did it for him. Unfortunately, like I said, he passed away before he was able to see it, so I did this in his honor, and I hope he's watching and I hope he enjoys it, and I hope you also enjoy it as well. So as you see, the Glock 23 40 Smith & Wesson Gen 3 definitely performed the way I thought it would. Very accurate, even though I was doing some crazy stuff. My hair was getting in my way. It was very hard to see like that. And just doing some different shooting moves I'm not used to doing. It still performed to the way I expected to. Zero malfunctions, accurate, and always reliable as Glock says they are. Other than that, highly recommend and definitely TAG97 approved. Now I will show you this picture real quick. So this is a 12x18 shooting card or a target silhouette of a human. I shot 5 rounds in the blue, 3 in the red, and obviously the 7 yards is blue and the red is 25 yards to show you the distance that the Glock, this Glock in particular too, is very accurate and will not fail you even at further distances that you would probably ever engage someone with a pistol in real life. So with that being said, I think you'll be fine in a real confrontation and hope to bid that you never have to be in a situation like that. It's terrible. But if you do, at least you know you can hit them. Other than that, I got nothing more for you. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and of course subscribe because it's always appreciated. Really it is. So enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next week, okay? You take care, and thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.